It's tabletop time. I'm Dave.
I'm Jen.
I'm Rob.
And I'm Jazza. And it's Cyberpunk time. Reboot, execute, baby. What do you got for us, Dave?
What have I got for you? A brief recap of last episode. We had a very sentimental episode. We had some moments where we got to have...
Wait. Sentimental music. All right, go for it.
Incongruent and Eve, where he asked her the questions of life. What does it mean? What do you want? He basically realized that she was definitely a thinking machine. And then the gang talked to Ugly, where they got to see a different side of him and found out that he hates people traffickers and will do and is willing to assist them to, sort of in his mercantile way to help bring down the organization. And we left off with the gang after they've had a few drinks, and it's probably about midnight, and it's time for them to head home.
I'm wasted.
So you've had a few drinks?
I've had too many drinks.
So you're drunk.
I think at this point,
drunk,
Eve might realize I'm sort of edge of alcohol poison. Like, I'm very drunk.
Cool.
I haven't let go of my worries in a long time.
I'll go get you a glass of water and give it to you.
Yeah. You're great. Really like you. Hugh.
I turn to Ugly. Is Ugly, intoxicated, or is he?
He seems a little bit tipsy. He's been sinking that moonshine like crazy, enough to... He would have killed 3 people by now, but it seems like he's finally drunk enough of this basic, petrol to have an effect on him. But you also, know from medical information that's installed in you that even when Bespoke push themselves to drunk, it doesn't last half as long as everyone else. Yeah. So he's still drinking like a crazy person to maintain a little bit of a buzz.
Yeah. I'll turn to him and say, I believe it's time we leave.
All right, no worries. I'll finish up here. And he gestures to the rest of the table.
Come on, I thought you liked having...
Look, I'm pretty impressed you did one of those shots with me before. I mean, that's kind of stuff made Seb's eyeballs bulge.
Oh.
That one?
Yeah.
Oh, that was just 95%, I think. Yeah, you'll probably be feeling that for a few days, mate.
Yeah.
Hey, take him out of here, would you, love? Go on.
Will do.
I'll buzz you in the morning, no worries.
Fireman carry.
Who took the fusion? Who's got the actual,
he would have probably handed it to... I think he handed it to Pro. I don't remember. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna try and take the fusion off of you.
Make a sleight of hand check.
No,
I'm assuming I've had a dose.
Screw that, just go for it.
No, not yet.
What?
No sleight of hand. Don't. Just,
don't try and
you were
take
due
it.
one in 3 days. So you knew
you have to do it near it.
Well, it gets maximum use out of it. It's
Okay,
you need to take your medication in a couple of days.
All right. Okay.
Sleight of hand?
Apparently Eve had the fusion, but hey, we're doing this anyway. So sleight of hand check.
CL?
Why sleight of hand?
CL is
she doing it stealthily?
Taking it off him sneakily without him noticing.
But he's drunk.
Yeah, so it's going to be CL1.
Come on, baby.
No shit. And that is a critical fail.
And I'm like, no.
So
this is mine.
Eve very obviously goes to take it. Oh no, it's obvious that she tried to sneakily take it.
I worked really hard for this, so don't ruin a good time, okay? I like you. Let's keep it that way.
I just worry it's not safe in your hands. Plus, didn't we want to give some to Songbird before we leave?
I'm going to say at this point you are halfway away from Ugly. He's back at his table. You've
Who's
got
in
up
charge
and
of how I share anyway?
Seb?
I've never met this person.
You know the deal, Seb.
Do I even... What deal? I don't remember a deal. What are you, the deal maker? Ha! Whatever, Mr. Oh, look at me. I'm a rich city person who's I'm just gonna spend some time with the people, the little poor people out in the streets, just because you're really fascinating. I'm gonna do a study on you. Is that what we are to you?
Pro.
Just, yo.
You are being an idiot. Please give me the fusion.
Whatever. Sure, okay.
Oh, handed it over. That was more peaceful than I thought it might have been.
Let's get you to bed. You got surgery tomorrow.
What?
Told you, we're getting you new tech.
Oh, I don't remember that.
You can consult me about this thing.
You weren't in the room.
Well, Pro is almost pass out drunk at this point. Like he's not drunk like he's at a night out. He's like 1 second off dropping to the ground
Yeah,
and being unconscious.
way
so
past.
he's basically on the verge of alcohol poisoning.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you go.
We're heading outside.
Yeah, you head up the stairs, helping Pro the whole way.
I lift an arm. Lose the shoe, I pick it up. I want to see if Songbird is around.
No, nowhere to be seen.
Really?
In fact, you see that there is sort of maybe like a 15-year-old boy where she usually sits. Same sort of deal though, hood up, like chilling out, nighttime smoking.
I'll approach him.
All right, cool. You walk up to him.
Hi,
Yeah,
my name is Eve.
cool. What do you want?
I'm looking for someone named Songbird.
That's weird. Why? What? Why are you even talking to me?
I have something for her.
Oh, she ain't here.
Will she be back tomorrow?
Yeah, she went off somewhere. She finished at midnight.
Okay, thank you for your assistance.
Do you require medical assistance? Because if you do, she's real helpful. I'm gonna do a perception check to see if he
Eve.
requires medical
Should he
assistance.
get his stomach pumped?
I like check like your pulse and like you how
I'm
clean
good. I'm
you
good.
are.
Don't. Jeez, you're. Fine. Don't have to push me around all the time. Jeez, Mom.
All right.
It's okay.
See.
You can trust her. She's great. Who are you?
All right. Well, I'm going to pick him up and continue walking back to the hideout.
Hey, I was having a conversation. That's rude. You're rude.
Okay.
You're rude.
So through trials and tribulations, you shuffle off Pro, and you eventually get him back to your hideout.
Just plonk on the bed, unconscious.
Okay, so you plonk on the one bed that is in the hideout. There's
Yeah.
a single like rolled out mattress that doesn't even quite fully unroll because the
I'd
space
probably
is
miss
so
it.
narrow,
I'd probably like.
and you
don't
just
aim well.
collapse
Yeah.
and pass out.
Yeah.
Eve, do you do anything?
Does the fusion have to be like stored somewhere in particular, or is it just fine the
It's
way
fine.
it is? Okay, I'll put it somewhere safe. I just want to find out when the yin yao, is that right?
Yin yao, yeah.
when it's like open and stuff, and
Okay.
'cause I imagine it's nighttime again.
You don't have a computer?
We're
we have his computer?
place.
It's probably got a password protector on it at least. Probably significant.
I attempt to put a password in.
It doesn't work.
Oh, dang it. That's fine.
So, do you leave him laying on the floor, flopped on
I'll
his
put
bed?
him on his bed and
Make a survival check.
make him cozy.
Yeah. How much can you reduce my hangover?
CL2. No, that's not what this is.
Ah.
You'll see. CL2.
Oh, God.
All right, 3 successes. All right, you have the presence of thought to make sure you put him in the recovery position and
Yeah.
make sure his mouth is unobstructed so he doesn't vomit and die in
Yeah.
his sleep.
Can I get him a glass of water?
He's unconscious.
Can I get him a
There's
glass
no
of water?
faucet
Can I get him
either.
2 glass? Oh.
You're in basically a storage cupboard.
gonna
You're
put
in
his
like a
hand in
maintenance
water or
cupboard.
something?
No, I was going to pour one on his face to wake him up and make him drink the other
No,
one.
he's gone. He's going to feel it in the morning. And yeah, it's feeling pretty cramped in the cupboard. In the thing you're sort of standing
It's like
in now.
Bender's
he's
house.
Snoring. Yeah, it's basically Bender's house. Yeah, so you
Sleepy
heading out
time.
to go to your home, or what are you doing?
Off to your
Is there
schmancy
an internet
hotel.
cafe anywhere that'd be open?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it would
yeah. Head to an internet cafe.
be. And you're gonna go with or stay and plug yourself
where are you
in?
going?
Just going out looking for information.
Do you require assistance?
No, just take care of him. Hopefully he doesn't
Yeah,
die.
I'll stay and look after Pro.
Cool. You open the door, and as the door is open, you hear a soft voice call out from across the street. Someone sitting on the top of a fence. You're late. You look stunned. You look across.
Who is it?
Songbird.
Oh,
It's 12:20.
Oh, yeah.
I was about to go home.
Shit, I forgot about that. Oh, glad you make it. Come on in.
All right. And she like wanders over.
I'm thinking the same thing. Really?
She wanders over.
Come on.
I step in the doorway.
She wanders over with an obvious limp. It's clear that one of her legs is about 1.5 inches shorter than the other leg, and she's sort of like hobbling over. Not incredibly slowly, but clearly she is impaired.
How are you?
I'm tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go grab the
Like
fusion.
coming in.
Yeah, come on.
She.
Okay,
you
no,
go
I
to grab the fusion.
I don't let her in.
I say, Seb,
Move, robot.
this is not your place of residence. You cannot allow strangers in here.
She's not a stranger.
Who is she then?
Songbird.
I know that she requires fusion, but
I mean, you talk to her. Yeah, it makes sense. You didn't really interact with her.
She
that
works for
deeply.
Ugly. If you trust Ugly, you trust her.
I kind of look at Pro. Who's
sleeping.
passed
I
out
have
on the bed.
minimal input on this.
okay. But let's be quick. And I'll let her in. And I'll go grab the fusion from where I put it.
She crampedly gets in like, this place is small.
Yep.
So, what did you call me for?
I'll pass it to you.
I'm just going to hand it off to her, assuming she knows how to use it.
And she's like, this is for me?
Yeah.
1 dose.
Actually,
One dose.
1 dose. There's more than 2 doses.
Because now she already has it, I'll say, yeah, do you require assistance?
She's like, no, I've been on this stuff for a while. And she starts like preparing herself. She actually pulls out a needle that she already has and like starts screwing it on the tip. She injects a dose. She says, thank you. I don't know why you're doing this.
How long does it take to feel...
It'll take her basically as long as she's been off it to get back to normal.
Okay.
How long have you been working for Ugly?
2 years?
And how did you end up in a situation like that?
I don't really want to talk about it.
Just doing what I can to see if we can get you out of it.
You can make a persuasion check.
Can I also ask, for the, put my hand out for the rest of the fusion back when she's had her injection?
She doesn't, she ignores your gesture of your hand. She's just holding on to it.
Okay, I'm going to keep my hand out.
1 dose only.
Well, will you make a persuasion check?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right. She's going to counter
6.
it.
That's 6.
It is 6. Gotta learn to count.
6 successes, was it? Well, she
Yeah.
rolls 3 successes. She sighs and she's like, it was an accident. And she looks at her arm and her body and she's like, they don't maintain the buildings out here. And where I was staying, something happened. I don't know. I can't really remember, but when I came to, I was buried under a lot. And that's where he found me.
So he saved you?
Yeah.
So that's
What
what
did
you're
you
working
think?
off for him.
No, I work for the fusion. He pays me enough to, he gives me it at half the price he charges anyone else.
Does that mean you're free to leave?
If I want to die.
I am confused.
Sometimes I'm not sure.
Query. You say that he supplies you with fusion, correct? Then why are you running low?
Because I'm stupid. It's my friend. They aren't as lucky to have a job like me. So I've been sharing what I can afford. I've been doing okay, I think.
Can I give her I think I gave her a proper medical
Yeah,
checkup
yeah.
last time, didn't I? Does it have a lasting effect over a long period of time? Like
If
someone
you
who
continually a low dosing, yeah,
takes... Okay.
long-term bad negative effects. And yes, this is Songbird.
I'll say to her, you know, this will have lasting effects on your health. Your friend, how is he?
Yeah, it's a he. Says, I'd rather be sick later than he be dead now.
Where is your friend?
He lives a few blocks away. Where I live.
Does he require assistance?
In the same way that I do.
I turn to you, but I don't say anything.
I'm going to reach for the fusion.
And there's a moment of awkward calm as everyone sort of swallows the information they've learned and has that awkward moment of someone telling you they're sick, basically, and no one really knows what to say.
Yeah.
Which is fitting. No one really knows what to say.
Your friend, when does he require his next dose of fusion?
He's all right for now. I gave him mine.
And now you have received a dose.
Yeah.
Correct?
So, and she looks at her sores and she's like, I hope I'll be better soon.
The limp she has, is it one? Is like has
One
got,
cybernetic is too small.
has she got two cybernetics?
Yeah, she has 2 missing legs and 1 missing arm. So you know she'd need daily doses of fusion.
How hard is it to replace a part? Is it plug and play?
No, you need a technician to do it, basically.
How hard is it to modify a part?
Again, you need an engineer or a robot
Is-
technician. It's sort of become almost like there's a level of it where it's like high-tech mechanics. I say you need a technician, but it's not like you need to go into a laboratory unless you're modifying the connection points, which you do need to do for higher tier ones because obviously the quality of like nerve connections and all that varies. But in terms of replacing components, a lot of that, as long as you're not changing the nerve connections, a lot of that is like now become almost like mechanic tier of work. So yes, you need a technical specialist to do it, but that technical specialist is only as common as a car mechanic.
Okay.
The arm that Seb acquired, is that more advanced than the one that she has on currently?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Significantly. It's also sized for an adult male who likes biceps, so it would be like a
Not
gorilla
fitting.
arm on her.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna reach for the fusion and say I'll try and get you more moving forward, and then kind of abruptly change subject and ask her, you know, like, who's the technician that looks after your parts when you can?
Ugly arranges it. He gets it done in house. But and she looks at her limbs. She actually looks at the smaller leg and taps it, and she says, "That was the first one I got. This one," and she looks at the like longer one. She's like, "That's newer."
Yeah.
Did you get the fusion back?
She's still holding out her hand. She looks at it reluctantly, and then she does slowly hand it to you and lets you take it. But you feel like her grip
pull,
is
yeah.
kind of like, and then it slowly softens. And then she says, "It is yours after all. So why? Why am I here?"
Just wanted to make sure you're okay.
No one does that.
I do.
Can I gesture you to come over in our tiny little space?
I want to talk with you in private. Shuffle 2 meters across.
And
Actually,
kind
like
of
20 centimeters.
lean in and say,
Did we require assistance in our most recent plan?
Any help is good.
and kind of gesture.
Out of character, not really sure how I'd use her at this point. She's got lookout abilities, but I also
Perceive her. What's it like? Do you want to see a perception and see if.
I know
Same.
she's working for Ugly, and I feel like she's not likely to.
She's not divulging much.
But maybe she might not, but maybe she knows someone that might. Maybe her friend is like super beefed up or something. Probably not, but that's not to ask.
Yeah, that's a good point.
We'll put the carrot out and see if she wants to respond to it, I guess. Yeah, just wanted to make sure you're okay. If you need anything, food, clothes.
Everyone needs something around here.
Yeah, well, The offer's open for you or your friend.
What do you want from me?
Nothing.
You.
That's the deception. That's
What
a
do you
deception. It's a deception because we're like, you've already said you want to put out the carrot
gonna see how
and
she
see if you
takes
can
this.
find connections or whatever.
Yeah.
Decently. Okay, so she's not going to jump to bad conclusions.
Okay.
She's like, I don't know what I could offer you. I don't get it. Look, I'm going to go if you got nothing else.
Yeah, look, you see things. If you see anything around you think would be of interest to us and the work we're doing for Ugly, let me know.
Well, what do you want me to look out for?
Anything you think would be of interest.
That doesn't help.
You're so mysterious, Rob.
She wants like an actual thing to look out for.
Anything out of the ordinary, people that you're unfamiliar with.
Okay. So this really strange guy from the city came down and actually had a heart. And then she turns around and goes to walk.
Oh,
That's cute.
And that's
That's
the name
sweet.
for this chapter.
Yeah.
Cool.
Right. Well, I'm going to walk around and continue looking for my internet cafe.
Okay, so
make sure you don't
Songbird
pass
goes to
out.
leave. Are you happy for Songbird to leave? There's nothing you're going to say as she's going.
I've got no idea what the plan is, by the way, with you
You
guys.
need, does a drone need to charge their batteries?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll do that then. Plug into my port.
Cool.
Yeah.
She opens the door and she looks back with a smile. She goes, "This place is a shithole." And then she just like lets the door shut and limps off.
Yay.
Cool.
Cool. Can I go for my internet cafe?
You do. The time is 1 a.m.
That's fine.
Do you get a coffee?
Do I find an internet cafe?
Yeah.
I want to
That's
do.
what
I want to do a few things in there if that's
you
possible.
head to. I'm just going to say it for anyone who wants to do fan art because I want to say it. So Songbird is an Indigenous Australian. So there's people doing.
Give
fan
us
art.
more like, so you've described,
So I've
she's got
described she's
two
got big brown
cybernetic
eyes.
links, an older short one on her right leg.
So she has so she's got an older, shorter one that she
From the
obviously got
knee
2 years
down.
ago. So she's growing because she's about 12 or 13.
Okay.
So one of them like is from the thigh down, mid thigh down. The other one's from the knee down.
Yeah.
So she's got basically one older, longer one. Older, shorter one that was installed when she was shorter because she's obviously growing, and then a newer one that's more appropriate for her proportions. But there's a height discrepancy,
Yeah.
and then she has a cybernetic arm from sort of about just above the elbow down.
Yeah. Cool.
And then she has she wears a hood up all the time, and like sleeve, big hoodie, big like 3 size oversized hoodie, like she's trying to hide herself. Big headphones, and she always has like this pulled forward, like mop of really like dark curly hair that she kind of hides behind a little bit. But she's always sort of keenly looking out from underneath it.
And brown eyes, you said, yeah.
Yeah, dark brown eyes. And
Seb's out looking for an internet cafe.
yeah, I had a feeling people after this might want to do fan art.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll give you a
Yeah,
better
yeah.
description of Songbird as she hobbles off. And yeah, so she heads off into the night. You find an internet cafe. You find an internet cafe that is in the hottest strip of the Ven, which is Busy Gang Turf, as you've just found out. Across the road from the internet cafe, like up and across maybe a couple of 100 meters, you see the flashing glass slipper neon light. And yeah, you sit down in your internet cafe, and a portly fellow trundles over to you just because it's late, and he usually would probably be sitting behind the computer. He's like, "Don't see many of your folk around here."
Yeah, tourists. What can I say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess we do see a couple, but usually they're sadder, less good-looking folk come to this part of town.
Thanks, I guess.
Don't mention it. So anyway, what are you here for?
No, just browsing.
Cool.
Wanna use
Alright.
the computer.
Yeah, of course, man. Just swipe the card and you'll be charged for the time you're here.
Cool.
Yeah, if you want any snacks, fridge is over here, man.
Appreciate it.
Sweet.
I want to look up Eve's model for the company that she's made from and find out what other units they sell.
Okay.
I want to look at real estate. I'm looking for a small venue somewhere close to Ugly's hideout that has a kitchen.
All right, let's do it piece by piece, or I'm going to forget all the individual bits of information. So the first thing you look up, I'm going to get
Eve's
you.
model varieties.
Yeah, I'm going to get you to make. I guess it's the most closely associated with searching is infiltration. I know you're not like hacking anything, but you're like searching. You're deep exploring the internet. So I
Could be
guess
perception.
Yeah, but we've used perception a whole lot, so we're going to go with info. You're going to like deep dive.
Yeah,
It's
cool.
closer to hacking, but you're not actually
Yeah.
hacking. I think
I'm
you're doing.
literally Google searching.
Yeah, but
1, 2,
There is
3,
good
4.
Google searching and
you didn't let me say the
average
challenge
Google
level.
searching.
I'm sorry.
I was only going to set the challenge level to 2. Okay. It's not particularly hard, but I just wanted to use a different skill.
That's fair. That's fair.
So it's maybe more appropriate. Okay, so you search it up. So her models, you find there is north of the Queen's Market in Melbourne, there is a Ning Yao showroom that has several models on display. There is a business, they're the same. Basically, the Eve model is a body type. The manufacture of the components is different, so not all of them have the internal medical. Some of them have different like casings and things like that. But the actual like the silhouette is the same. And there are also options for the faceplate as well, but the size and silhouette is the same. They have a business model, which is basically like a PA, a personal assistant. There is also, well, obviously there's the medical model. There's also a diner work, like a customer service model.
How identical do they look like? Could you mistake one for the other, or do they have cosmetic or surface level things which clearly define them, distinguish them, I should say?
So the silhouette is the same. So because it's customizable, the silhouette on all of them is the same. There is optional hair pieces for all of them because that's why they're bald, but it's optional. And the face plates can be changed, but it makes sense that the configuration of body type, hair type, and faceplate could be identical across multiple roles. You could have a business one that happens to have the same as the diner one if you'd chosen those options. But there are elements that are different, such as the medical one is the only one that has see-through limbs with the bits in them.
It's kind of like a Barbie doll, but like you can put her in different clothes and have different color hair.
It's like a Build-A-Bear
and-
workshop for robots.
Yeah.
Makeover time.
But the actual Barbie doll is the same, yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Can I buy online?
I'm going to say that this is a showroom thing.
Okay, so
You
they're
have to go
expensive?
there. Yeah, they're expensive.
How expensive?
I'm actually, because I don't want to wreck myself, I'm just going to quickly grab the
Reference.
the
That's
reference
fine.
of the commerce level sheet so I can get a good idea of it.
And is there a second-hand market?
Build a bot.
A little bit there would be. So I'm going to say they'd be item value 4 for a, yeah,
So it's in like commerce level 4 or 3?
item value 4. So
Item
equivalent to a very fancy vehicle, a home, an extravagant weapon.
so it
full-plate
would
armor,
remove a
bodyguards.
commerce point from you.
So basically you cannot buy without your parents' consent.
What about a second-hand model?
In your searching, there's currently nothing around. They're actually a fairly new line, and they're fairly they're really niche. So Ning Yao makes these sort of anime-esque, like ball joint doll-esque models, and they've proven really popular. But it's a smaller company, so their production runs are smaller. So you'd actually can't. They're actually, you know what? They're more expensive secondhand because a lot of the lines are out of stock.
Okay. I still want to find a drone I can buy that will perform basic kitchen function. Chef, so on. Food preparation.
Yeah, I'm going to say that drones start at item value 4.
Even the cheap one, like the non-her brand
It's
one.
a fully functional robot that has near sentient level intelligence. It is at least equivalent
can
to
I-
a fancy
Miniature
horse.
robot.
Is there a robot that will do what
A
I want?
robot, the cheapest robot you can get, you can probably get one for item value 3, what's that? Equivalent to a basic vehicle. Yeah. So you could get a cheap robot. Drone? No. 'cause-
Robot.
But a
But a robot
robot,
would
yeah.
be
So you're
Same
looking
function.
for the same, like physical things you can use, but not the brain.
I wanted to scoop food.
Scoop food, you can get a scoop food robot but it performs the function of scoop food. The difference is in the intelligence. So you can you can buy it programmed with things. It has moderate ability to adapt, but it
If I wanted it to cook,
Yep.
prepare food,
and
and
you
serve food.
you'd pay for the package of that, and then you'd get it sort of customized to exactly what your venue wants it to do.
Yeah.
And then yes, it can perform that task.
How much would that be?
Item value 3.
I want to buy that.
Okay. You're not going to be able to buy that on Google right now in an internet cafe at 1 a.m. We can talk.
Go to sleep, Rob.
We can talk after the session about how you make that
Jesus.
purchase,
These
do
commercials
some
like
research
that.
and-
Does not fucking
You totally
switch
are.
off.
I'm not stonewalling you from buying one, but it's the process where you wouldn't just like impulse buy bought. You're going to need to do some research, maybe a
Maybe you
night
have
of
to apply for
research.
like a license or something.
No,
No, okay.
it's a product.
Okay.
But
Just checking.
we'll talk about it after the
God,
stream.
I just imagine people are wondering what the fuck am I on?
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, what about? Okay,
He's the classic roleplay character
He's
who just
the
wants to
mystery
buy
man.
everything.
no, I have a plan.
He's got plots,
I
but he
have a
doesn't like
plan.
anyone to
Okay.
know them until they come to
the other thing I'm going to
fruition.
look for is I don't care if it's run down. I want.
I didn't even give you the finish. So we said that there is there's a medical, there's a diner version, there is the like business receptionist version.
Yep.
There is the adult version, and
Meaning sexy time.
In terms of like,
Could have just been like a
that literally everyone knew. Everyone who was
entertaining.
old enough to know knew what I meant by adult version.
that's, anyway.
in terms
There
of
is also there's more. There's a technical specialist, so basically like electronical engineer level of drone.
That sounds pretty boss.
It sounds pretty well.
Sounds pretty boss.
And
There's a preference I'm sensing.
and there is a chaperone model, which has basically they're designed to
Republicans.
escort usually women in potentially like nightclubs and situations like that. So they have the same silhouette of like a friend that hangs out with them, but they have more strength than you would anticipate. So they're designed with basically personal security.
Yeah.
But they're not like because it's a nice small petite model. It's like discreet personal security for people who want like
The taser and the
and like data packs in terms of like teaching them stuff.
Yeah, you can buy. Well,
Are they
you'd have to
costly?
go. Actually, no, you can't buy them. So this is something
take them
where
to install.
Incongruent was suggesting you have to go there, and you may have to steal them or make an arrangement because it's kind of like product protection. They don't want to be able to load multiple data into one drone. So yeah, that's kind of starting to be upgrades and breaching what she should be able to do.
Is that pricey? Do they have like?
You can't buy them.
Wait, you can't buy them.
The data packs individually.
Oh.
So they sell them because it's a product. They sell the product. They would rather you buy two than have one that can do both.
Okay.
It's like how they control
Fair
the
enough.
market. It's also like data limitations. Like to do that to Eve would be to be upgrading her in a way that is potentially dangerous and could lead to like potential
Some bad.
sentience or things like that.
Oh, we should do that.
And obviously the medical drone, and the medical drone is advertised as to be able to do childcare, aged care, and medical assistant. Like it's like an all-around drone.
Okay. The next thing I wanted to look up was real estate. So
Okay,
I know this is weird. Bear
this
with
episode
me.
is called Shopping with
Shopping, online shopping. It's a curse.
Okay,
Shopping
cool.
with Seb.
I want to look for a place. I don't really care if it's run down, but it needs to have a kitchen and spare rooms.
In the slums.
Destiny.
Yeah. Thank you.
No
It's a good
worries.
time to use it.
Ooh.
4. You find a cupboard.
The
Smaller to the
Slightly
cupboard.
smaller than the cupboard we're in.
you have a feeling you search and you basically find out that to get anything you want in that regard you're going to need to be dealing with effectively like low tier thugs and people who like it's almost like an off book real estate market in the slums. It's not like you're not going to go to realestate.com and like look it up. That's for the cities, but out in the slums
This works.
so you don't
my
find
my
anything.
character's oblivious to most stuff in the slums, so this kind of works that he
Yeah,
doesn't
you're just
know
like,
that.
what? Why is there
Yeah,
nowhere
I
listed
wanna
in the
buy
slums?
something.
It's all sort of illegally run by slumlord,
Uglies.
like landlords and stuff.
All right. Is there a way for me to write a note and leave it with that lookout at Ugly's place to give to Ugly when he wakes up?
He said he'd call you in the morning.
That's true.
And what are you doing? Are you going to bed finally? It's like 2 a.m.
I don't need sleep.
Well, you do need less sleep. You do need
Yeah.
sleep.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go find a pod motel.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
a
There
night.
is a capsule hotel.
Capsule hotel. Yeah, I'll go sleep in a capsule hotel. I've
Cool.
got nothing on me. So.
There you see a bunch of drunk city folk sort of laughing, come in and crash for the night.
Yeah, cool.
Cool. And you go to bed.
Wakey, wakey.
The time is 8 a.m. Pro's phone blares into life. Or whatever your ringtone
I
is.
turn it off and roll over.
It starts ringing again. Eve, you become online as attention snaps to you. So yeah, you come online. The phone rings again. On the front of the screen, it says, it just says S effect. It's ringing.
Great.
Do you pick it up?
No.
I'll pick it up.
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Ah,
This
the
is
robot.
Eve.
Yeah, how's it going?
Good. Pro
Yeah.
is discombobulated.
What? Someone been hurting Pro?
No, intoxicated.
Ah, you're a bit glitchy, are you, love? All right, well, wake him up for me, and I want to talk to him. I said to give him a call. Come on, he's had a good sleep. He should be fine.
One moment, please.
I go grab a glass of water from the kitchen. I grab 2 glasses of water from kitchen. It's still your idea. Throw one on him and then put one
There's no
next to you.
kitchen.
Yeah,
You're
that's
in
why
it.
I didn't do it. There was no water.
I go outside and find some
You're in a
water.
maintenance cupboard. Okay, you go outside. There is a dirty puddle of like air conditioner runoff,
Yeah, grab
and
some.
you grab some and splat. You get splashed with dirty cold water.
I'm dead to the world. Sorry. I'm going to
Destiny
be that
roll.
player.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
do it.
Destiny
Yeah,
roll.
yeah. I think that's it.
A 4. Yeah,
What's with the
he-
fours?
He's just
Dead
unconscious.
to the world.
Yeah, okay, I'll say.
Cool.
My kitchen.
I cannot wake him.
My way.
All right, so fine. If that's how he wants to play it, no worries.
Wants to play it. I was up late drinking with a bunch of people who don't get affected by alcohol and a robot.
Would you like to leave?
I
a
am
message?
significantly fucked.
Look, tell him it's going to take a couple of days to find out some of the stuff I wanted to find out. If you come up with a plan, if you want to go in the city or whatever, look, I've managed to get that prick working again. So, let me know if you need anything to do what you want to do. But it's going to be a couple of days before I can give you something, other than unless you have a specific request. Yeah, I'm sure you can get that message across, Eve.
Understood.
Cool. Well, have a smashing day and see you later. Hangs up.
Goodbye.
I pop 2 little children's Panadol and pop them next to your dresser and on your bed and.
Nothing.
Yep.
Sorry.
That's fine. Just leave them there for you when
Cool.
you wake up.
Seb, you wake up. It's like 8 in the morning.
I don't get a call though.
No.
Okay, well then I go to this guy.
All right, so you head
I
over
walk
to their
over.
property. There's a knock on the door.
I'll open the door.
Yeah, I'm assuming you let him in, and there he is.
Morning.
Yeah, it's like 8. It's like probably half an hour, 45 minutes after they had their phone calls, and you come in.
He is alive. Just so you know.
Has Ugly been in contact?
Yes.
He said, and I repeat every single word that he said.
Yeah, in perfect.
In
like,
perfect
yeah,
order.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, I don't think he's going to be ready for a while yet, so we've got some preparing to do.
I took your suggestion and threw water on him. It did not work.
It's crude.
Yeah, he does seem wet.
How was
Just
your
damp.
night?
He's just a moist boy.
Informative.
It is breakfast time. Would you like to eat?
What have you got?
I imagine I go and get like something from the convenience store every day for Pro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
you can go get
A breakfast
like
burrito is
Yeah,
on the
bad
menu
breakfast
today.
burrito. That's perfect.
Easy. Easy.
I will return.
It's worth suggesting the idea that, like, she might know great hangover food. And, like,
Oh, breakfast
sauce?
burritos. I'll get you a cheeseburger or something if you want.
Yeah, you probably know some good hangover cures.
Okay.
Well, what humans like after hangover, basically, like all the proteins and fats.
Yeah,
that
no,
they need
it's
to
no, like
recharge,
Gatorade or something.
Electrolytes and water.
Done.
Cool. You come back after about 10 minutes.
I want to skimp over it because it's going to take too long. Can I just call Ugly and be like, hey, on the lookout for a property with this, this, and this. Can you keep me posted if you find anything?
So you're calling.
Ugly.
You don't have Ugly's contact information.
I take the phone and click redial.
You call S Effect?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ugly answers. And so what do you relay?
I just that I'm on the lookout for a real estate that has that in it because I'm sick of operating out of his
say it.
shoebox.
What do you say?
Like, hey,
Has what in it?
No, that was efficient. I get
Okay.
what you're trying to do.
Efficient.
You
Has
said
what
when
in it?
it's
So
late-
you want a kitchen
a kitchen and spare rooms.
He's
Spare
reiterated the information he's searched,
Okay.
and you want to
Yeah.
find a property.
rooms. Yeah, I want to find a property so that we're not operating out of a shoebox.
Is that all you want to get across?
At the moment, yeah.
Cool. All right.
As cheap as possible.
Several hours pass. Eventually, Pro
Yeah.
wakes up
Yep.
to a breakfast burrito that's cold.
Yep.
My
Very minimal like motion and sound coming from my direction, and I've got like real dark like sunglasses on my hood, like over. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh god.
Morning.
Is
or
it?
afternoon, should I say. I'm assuming it's the afternoon.
So what's the plan? Are we setting out tomorrow or?
Well, I think we're going to need a bit more information before we head off. And Ugly says it'll be a couple of days till he gets what we need. He did say we could have Vinod's ability to fake your identity for low-level scanners, though.
Okay, good. All right. And I go to roll over and like sleep for a couple of days.
He left a message. He said every single word.
Oh, what did he say again?
Oh, that like if we plan to go into the city, contact him. It's
Gotcha.
going to take a couple of days to get the stuff we need.
All right, so it sounds to me like we're on pause, which is good for me.
I turn to you and say, I wish to visit the Ying Yao. I keep forgetting.
Ning Yao,
Ning,
yeah.
Ning Yao? Ning Yao, sorry. Facility. Would you accompany me?
I was having a look at their stuff online to see what we could do in terms of upgrading you.
Oh. That is extremely helpful.
Doesn't look like anything we're going to buy our way out of easily. So it looks like our only option is to take a less respectable route.
If it's a product that we require, then we must acquire it.
Easier said than done.
But you have my full support.
Unfortunately, I feel like we're going to need this guy to get anything done. Although I'd prefer someone that hacked with a bit more tact.
We could ask
What? The guys like got chopped off.
Vinod.
Vinod.
I don't think he'll be particularly receptive to your
Yeah.
requests, given that you caused him to be imprisoned and have his leg amputated against his will.
Yeah.
All right. So, in that case, I'm going to take the liberty of saying a couple of days pass.
Yeah, I think
Thank
that's probably
God.
best at this point.
Do I
Cool.
have my kitchen? I'm kidding.
Yeah, so we're awaiting a call
know what you
from
want
Ugly.
this
Now, he's
Ari.
awaiting a call from you as to what you want to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, at this point, I've had enough.
You're better.
Yeah, my
Yep.
hangover feet, and we've sort of liaised about what we want briefly. But yeah, no, I call up Ugly.
So, breaking out of character for a sec. So, basically, we do want me to acquire
Yes.
some data packs to upgrade me a little
So,
bit. Yeah?
first
Yep.
mission
Cool.
is going to be to get Eve some bits.
Yep.
Okay.
Cool.
Eve bits.
All right, so we should probably discuss what we want to do to acquire those.
Yeah, in character though. Let's have
Yeah,
let's have our session close on you guys in character working.
Do I
out
call
your plan.
Ugly, or are we talking first before I call Ugly? I think we should probably talk first.
Yeah, yeah.
So, do we know what the model options are?
I rattle off the ones I know about, and also
I like the sound of that that personal protection one. That sounds sort of cool.
For me, that's probably not doable. You see, although I can acquire the data packs, I still have my limitations.
Really? Like physically, we can't swap like the arms.
Well, that isn't correct, but it wouldn't be wise. I would have to be augmented in order for it to work.
What do you want?
That is a question I cannot answer.
Maybe it's the one you need to. I mean, you're the one who's sort of coming into yourself here.
For now, I wish to help my friends.
All right. I like that.
I think that there's two kind of routes that Eve can take in terms of upgrades. The first one is to fully, so there's kind of three and they kind of blend. One of them is data packs, which will basically allow her to pretend to be the ones even without their physical capabilities. She could always wear the clothes of the bouncer one and like not reveal her glass components and disguise herself, but then have the programming and the information to adequately pretend to be that. Option 2 is to physically augment herself and replace parts to change her function.
And you'd lose healing stuff.
Combined function, though, because she would lose the capabilities that her body has for healing, but she'd still have the medical skills.
Okay.
And it would kind of be like jack of all trades, master of none. She wouldn't be as good a bouncer or as good a medical, but she'd be kind of 70% to each of them.
Cool.
The third option is to fully stock her as a medical bot. So you could get her all of the pharmaceuticals, all of the stuff internally, all her systems operating. So she's no longer like, she's got the knowledge and the equipment to be more than a nanny bot. She's got like, she could be a surgical assistant. Like,
yeah. So I'm assuming we all discuss and we sort of know these options.
And I think
Well, you can combine the first and the third.
You can combine the first and the third for sure.
And then going down the augment road, that's going to be very expensive on this.
So the first and the third being super up super up into her current model capabilities as far as they can go.
With pharmaceuticals.
Master of one, but also the
knowledge base
software of the other.
Yeah, so she can
act as.
Correct.
I like it.
But then those other roles, do they also come with, like, if you are a bouncer, maybe you're really good at persuasion so that you try to avoid conflict, but like, is that kind of also how it works?
I may give you, if you go down this route, like some level of equivalent like upgrades in certain areas.
Sure.
Maybe some like vocations, like by default. Like
yeah, vocations is probably where I'll do it.
Okay,
but what
no worries.
you will get is that the role play opportunity to then suddenly be like, I know how to be like, because currently you do the medical thing, but then you will be like, oh, let's say I upgraded into the diner bot, and then you know your customer service is on point. You can talk about burgers and shakes as long as you want, like that kind of thing.
Yep.
And you can just, you can then add that to your roleplay repertoire, and you can kind of start to expand the way Eve interacts with people.
Cool. All right, Maurice.
So is that, are we all thinking that same thing then? Does that sound good to you, Eve? Does Eve seem like brightened by it? Like, is there any sort of response that seems a little more than robotic?
I am happy that my friends want to help me.
Okay, let's do it. We're gonna get you. Gonna take you as far down your capabilities as they currently stand as we can, and help you be more capable of pretending you're more than you seem. Which, I mean, honestly, I think you kind of are.
Okay.
Let's head down to the shop then.
Cool. All right.
Should we like roll out heading down and like arrive?
Well, you'd be heading to Uglies, I guess.
No, aren't we going to the...
Ningyao
It's in the city.
It's in the city.
Oh, damn.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah.
Of course it
damn.
is.
So this means this is your first mission. You need to infiltrate the city, and we're going to get to see the city for the first time.
All right. Off to Uglies we go.
Yeah.
Then it's city
Cool.
time.
So you're going to need to basically
big
get
episode
fake
next
identity,
episode.
which is going to have a price from Ugly. So he's going to want a favor as well.
Yeah.
You expect. So you need a fake identity. You two can just slide in.
How much can he do
I
from his
ring
desk?
S effect.
Okay. Hey, finally getting back to me.
Yeah, we know what we want.
Awesome.
We're gonna upgrade our Eve bot.
Sounds good. Yeah, Johnny would like that.
Great. We need your help to get in the city. We need her to be the best she possibly can be at her current field of capabilities. But we want her to know how to, let's say, play the game of all the other models or whatever we can get our hands on.
Well, swing on down and I'll hook you up.
All right. Sounds like a plan. Seb, we ready to go?
How much can he accomplish from his desk?
He being...
You, sorry.
Pro.
How much can Pro accomplish from his desk?
A bit, but not what you'd want.
How do you know what I want?
Because he's not going to be able to hack city networks from where he is. He needs to be closer and have actual access to them. He's good, but the kind of pretty much one man operating out of a cupboard just can't in this day and age. The technology is too advanced to protect you, like corporate firewalls and stuff, especially for a company that specifically produces like near sentient robots. They're pretty good at protecting their information.
All right, I think we're heading off to Uglies. This was fun. Big stuff is about to happen. It's very exciting. Make sure to stay tuned for the next episode. Episode. That's my American accent at the moment. Just muted myself.
Hey.
Of Cyberpunk.
Chuck us a like.
Reboot, execute.
Subscribe. Keep watching.
Thanks, Sven.
Bye.